Between now and 1 are 4 MEPs. We have Claude Moraes, Labour MEP for London, Jean Lambert, the Green Party MEP, also in London, Timothy Kirkhope, Conservative MEP for Yorkshire and the Humber, and Mike Hookem, UKIP MEP for Yorkshire and Lincolnshire. So to discuss whether this is more of the same or just the same version of what David Cameron is saying, but with pointier elbows, I'm going to start with Mike Hookem of UKIP, if I may. Is your party going to start trying to poach Boris after this speech, or does it leave you cold?
Well, to be truthful, Sheila, it leaves me absolutely cold. I mean, you know, politics is a funny old game, isn't it? It wasn't so long ago when Boris was a Europhile, but now he's a Eurosceptic. And then suddenly he announces he's going to run for Parliament. I would say his next step will be taking David Cameron's job. I mean, we've got another Bullingdon boy, another Eton-educated boy stepping up to the mark.
What's that got to do with anything?
Well, He's politicking. It's nothing to do. He's not a Eurosceptic. He's fully behind the European project, as is David Cameron.
From Boris in the papers, you know, not in the speech, of course, was we could have a life outside the EU. Now, you just can't take that kind of thing seriously from the Mayor of London, of one of the great cities of the world, inside the European Union.
Well,
what these businesses want is completion of the single market. Yeah. They want reform of the single market. We are talking about thousands upon thousands of jobs. We're talking about the big businesses of London. And we've got a mayor who is dicing with that kind of future, and that is wrong.
Is he? I mean, just to be fair to Boris Johnson,
rubbish. There will be no jobs lost if we come out of Europe.
Of course, that's the UKIP position. At least it's an honest position. Boris's position is not honest because he's dicing with going for a seat.
In this mix, Mike Hookem, UKIP MEP for Yorkshire and Lincolnshire, you're still the only one saying everybody out.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm listening to these people here. There is a world outside of London, you know. North of Watford, we do actually exist.
But we have to talk about
we have electricity and running water.
We're here in the north.
Mike, so far you've mentioned Eton and London in disparaging terms. They are both MEPs for London, and you're an MEP for Yorkshire and Lincolnshire, so represented.
And so am I, by the way.
Yeah, well, go on.
So is Timothy.
That's true, Timothy.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm an
go on,
We're
Mike.
talking about reform. We're talking about reform in the EU. There will be no reform. There is no reform. All of the leaders within the EU have already said there will be no reform. You're either in or you're out.
No, they haven't.
The Labour Party are definitely in. The Lib Dems are in. Conservatives are in. There's only one party that wants to be out, and that is UKIP.
Well, Mike, if you turn up at the Parliament, you might hear a different story.
Timothy, I sat opposite you in Brussels having a drink. I've not missed one parliamentary session in Brussels or Strasbourg. I've been to every meeting I've had to attend.
Drinking during a parliamentary session?
Disgraceful, Mike.
No, this is what happens, I'm telling you. I've learnt a great deal in the first month of being in the EU, and it's shocking.
What have you learnt, Mike?
I've learnt that whatever I was told about the EU, it's 10 times worse.
Coming over and drawing the expenses and drawing the
well, I'm getting exactly the same as you, Timothy. Exactly the same.
Never touch it.
You know, we're there. There's no democracy whatsoever. These deals are all done outside of the committee meetings before they come in. It's not, you know, it's totally undemocratic.
Mike Hookem, you say you're getting exactly the same as Timothy Kirkhope and everybody else, but that seemed to be something you disapprove of. So why are you taking it?
Because we cannot find. Let's look at this realistically. If UKIP didn't exist, Europe would not be on the agenda. It would not be spoken about. We're there. We're telling people what is actually happening, and we're the voice of the people. We're getting the information out there. If we didn't exist, Boris wouldn't be talking about Europe. Cameron wouldn't be talking about Europe. Nobody would.
Well, we're going to leave, for now, we're going to leave the in-out Boris Johnson discussion to one side, and we're going to talk in a few minutes about immigration, something he did touch upon, actually, but we're going to talk more broadly about it. So respond to what you heard there, Mike Hookem.
We don't have our own borders. I mean, whilst we're in the EU, we have open borders. I mean, that's simply what it is. We have open borders from everybody across the EU to come to this country. I mean, it stands to reason, doesn't it? All these people that's in Sangatte that want to come across here, why are they coming here? You know, they're crossing 4 or 5 countries to come to us. Why are they doing that? You know, we've got to take a strong grip of this.
Do you
we've got to understand what immigration and migration are. There's two different things.
Mike Hookem, do you support, for example, the calls from Italy, which certainly in the south of the country say they're being swamped by desperate people coming in these boats off Lampedusa and off Malta, and the Italian authorities have been calling for a joined-up European response here before people start to just disseminate around Europe, ending up in places like Calais in desperation?
Well, yeah, I mean, we're promising land of hope and honey. With honey, I mean, look, these people are crossing Europe because they think they're going to get a better life here. And you cannot blame these people. If they're coming from a poor country and somebody's telling them, if you go to the UK, into England, you're going to get benefits, you're going to be looked after, and everything's going to be fantastic, they're going to come here. So we have to get a grip of this. We have to say to these people, I'm sorry, we're full, no more room.
Claude Morris?
We need a sensible immigration policy, which we are not getting.
One to you from Claude
Morris. We have not, Timothy. You know that. We have not. Well, I'm going to agree with Timothy now. There's a shocker. Thank God we never got involved with the Euro and the Eurozone.
Well, thanks to Gordon Brown, I would imagine.
Well, we are involved in it. We're not in it, but involved.
We are not. Well, we're not tied to it. Why are we tied? Why should we tie ourselves to a failing system like Europe? We need to get out of Europe. We need to trade with the rest of the world. That's where our future lies. With the Commonwealth, with the rest of the world. We are not, because we cannot negotiate our own terms. We have to go through Europe. We're 128.
Rubbish.
It is not rubbish. That you know it's the truth. We need to trade with the rest of the world. Our future lies with the Commonwealth and the rest of the world.
I hope they will be.
Mike Hookem?
Well, I believe that all parties should stop supplying arms to both sides of this conflict. I'm talking about America, Iran, even ourselves. I mean, it's heartbreaking to see the scenes that's coming out of Gaza at the moment. And I think we need to get in there with some peacekeepers. And this is not going to be it's not going to be sorted by bombs and bullets. This is going to be sorted by sitting around a table and talking.
Well, the government says that moves diplomatically have been going on right throughout all of this. But thank you to all of you. Mike Hookem, UKIP MEP for Yorkshire and Lincolnshire. Timothy Kirkhope, Conservative MEP.